My message for today is for all the eligible bachelors. Brother Nicholas, Brother Nebuchadnezzar, Brother Nicodemus, say no to white wedding. White wedding is a scam. That woman that said she's not going to marry you because you don't subscribe to that white wedding bullshit. Move to the next woman, she's not your wife. Ask her the relevant. Ask her the important. Ask her the significance of white wedding in an African environment. She can't give you answers to that because she's so freaked about this wedding gown. We have our sister today, Sister Nkechi. She said she's not going to marry our brother from Obohila, but because brother said he's not going to do white wedding. Not that he doesn't have money for white wedding. He just don't like this idea of white wedding. And I'm asking Sister Nkechi, what is white wedding? Can you even tell me how it originated? Tell me the history behind white wedding. Sister Nkechi is yet to give me answers to my questions. Most of you are gullible and ignorant. Most of you have expensive weave on top of your empty head that there is nothing in it. I'm talking about some of you Nigerian ladies. A typical Nigerian woman mentality today is that she is not a complete woman once she did not do her white wedding. They believe they are not complete without wedding rings, wedding gowns, and wedding makeups. You all need to go and learn because you have a long way to go. I want to know why we are still doing white wedding in an African setting. I am open for a debate. You wake up, you call for white wedding reception, traditional marriage reception, bachelor's eve reception, bridal shower reception, bachelor's eve card, bridal shower card. On whose account? You are an average earner, you just have 500,000 in your account. And your salary per month is within 50,000 to 100,000. But your white wedding list is 33.5 million naira, brother Nicodemus. How will you make up for that? The in-law goes running from the north. The wife is running from the east. You, the husband, is running from the south. At the end of the day, the people you are owing will come knocking at your door. Let me tell you something. There is no amount you spend on your wedding day that you can make up. Nigerians are broke. Highest denomination you will get is 50 naira, 100 naira, 20 naira, 5 naira, and 10 naira. They cannot give you more than you have spent. And now some people say that why we are going to church or why we are doing white wedding is for us to present our wives undefiled before Christ. And that is why I had to wear this attire. This is a pure demonstration of how an African bride should look like. Tell me I am not good like this on my wedding day. Brother Nicodemus, Brother Nebuchadnezzar, if you must go to church. On the day of your traditional marriage, take your wife, elders of the land, ancestors of the land, to the church, exchange of marital vows on your traditional marriage attire. It is not even African to wear wedding ring, exchange of wedding rings, come back home, dance, 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 eat, you are a complete man. I only respect men that just stick to just traditional marriage. All those other men that go around doing 5 million naira, 10 million naira wedding, I see them as women. I don't want to talk about them. Ndiwo, you know what I'm talking about. Even Nani, you can't come and kill yourself. But the ladies of these days have carried it on their head like gala. The ladies of these days are so fascinated about white wedding. That is why you see Ashebi people running around. Before you could call Ashebi in Nigeria today, it's within 50,000 to 100,000. You see Ashebi people looking for money. Are you telling me that those Okada riders and those Keke riders in the villages, they don't have wives, they don't have families? That is why you see men running into 30 years, the 40 years, 45 years, no wives. The women are running into 30, 35 years, no husbands. Most men, if you see them on their wedding day wearing their coats with the hot sun, you will pity them. The cameraman will be begging brother to smile. He cannot fake it because brother is owing a lot of people. Because most people are having complex issues about this white wedding. They will go around borrowing money because Mr. A did wedding. Let it not look like I did not do. I don't want my own to be different. Let me just try and manage and do white wedding. You see them forcing themselves to do white wedding that is not their culture. White wedding should be totally eradicated from an African settings. You don't have mention. You don't even have keke na pepe. But your wife will be begging you, pushing you to go and borrow Venza from your friend. To go and borrow Benz, Range Rover Sport. So that you can use it and do paparazzi and a fizzy on your white wedding day. At the end of the day, you will be trekking. Those are facade. Those things doesn't make you a complete man or woman. You don't need all those exaggerations. My own is, whether you are up to doing white wedding or not, it is not African to do white wedding. It's a shame that in this dispensation, we are still talking about white wedding. Most of you, even when you want to do your white wedding, I see the way you decorate your vehicles. You use balloon. You use all those flowers. When you can decorate your vehicle with isiago, with our traditional clothes and our traditional costumes, when you are coming, they will know that an African person is coming to do wedding. But we want to be imitating the whites. Even the white people that brought about this white wedding, they don't even carry it on their head the way we are carrying it on our head. We don't learn things that bring money to us. We only learn things that extort money from us. I am asking you, brother, why are we still doing white wedding in an African setting? Can a white man do traditional marriage? Can a white man eat kola nut on his wedding day? Can a white man kill goats? You don't understand that white wedding is the culture of a white man. Black wedding, which is African wedding, is for a black man. You don't understand this concept. How else do you want me to explain it to you? I am not even in support of taking your wife to church, because I overheard some people saying that pastors are using this to extort money from people, hereby collecting 50,000, 100,000 or 200,000 before they could wed you. According to them, they have to pay choristers, pay for generator and every other expenses they will make. Those things are not necessary, because your pastor could still come on the traditional marriage grant and present you and your husband before Christ. Am I not communicating? Are you not understanding what I'm saying? Why are we spending money on things that are not necessary? It is not African to do white wedding. It should be totally eradicated from an African settings. And some of you that have done this so-called white wedding are even carrying invalid wedding certificates. Go and check your wedding certificate as I'm making this video. Any wedding certificate that you are having in your hand that is not coming from Anglican Church, Catholic Church, or by the court is an invalid, illegal wedding certificate. Go and check yours. Please, I am urging everyone to stop doing white wedding. It is not African. We are over-exaggerating it. We don't need to be spending money to do white wedding. It is not African. That is why we should all come out and speak against white wedding. Most people that don't even have money are killing themselves because they want to really meet up with other people's standard. I am open for a debate. Why are we still doing white wedding in an African setting? Go and check your parents' white wedding pictures. That is when you understand the meaning of slavery. Decolonization, the white people colonized our brains, colonized our head. As Africans who don't have sense. Because if we are still doing white wedding in this present time, it means that we will never be repentant any longer. This is how our parents are standing on their white wedding pictures, in their white wedding pictures. This is what they call slavery. And we want this same slavery to continue going from generation to generation. Brothers, single men, bachelors, once you have done your traditional marriage, take your wife home. It is in the Bible. Once you have paid the bride price of your wife, you are entitled to carry your wife home. You don't owe anybody any white wedding bullshit, because it is not African. And that is why it should be totally eradicated. Once you have finished paying your bride price, don't listen to any man or woman, please. Tell your husband that you don't want to do white wedding. Tell your wives, the ones that have done their white wedding, take your white wedding certificate, go and trash it. And I am advocating for legal traditional marriage certificates that we can use to go to embassies. We can also use in case we want to divorce our husband and wives. We can also use it to go to court. Traditional marriage certificates should be legalized. We should be carrying a legal and valid traditional marriage certificate, so that after traditional marriage, we don't need to even go to court. We don't need to go to do any nonsense white wedding that is not our tradition. Because a white man will never do traditional marriage.